Remains the last hope. Welcome, gentle listener. I am Baldermosh, your faithful servant, and I wish to introduce you to the forces, factions, and faces of the Warhammer 40k universe, the grim darkness of the far future. Now most
Check 1, 2. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Yes, yes, yes. Here we go, here we go. Right back at it again, like we never left. Let me see. I'm liking that one. That's the one where he's moving. Has his feet, so we'll do this one over there. Right here, I actually don't like that. I'm gonna do that. I don't care. I want spears on these, some of these guards. So we're gonna straight into B17, B18. But first, let's get a chest going. How's it going, everybody? Welcome, Ramzusha. Welcome to the stream. Let's make one of these chests. We're gonna need one of these 58s. There it is. Here we have this 55 chest. Going perfectly in order. No missing any steps. How's everybody doing today? Then we might as well just get the next pieces. So this was tough yesterday to do. Sure, so we need 17, 18, and a couple of 5s. Let's see. 17 right here. $18, just this tiny detail on the leg, which is pretty cool. Hello, Adeptus. Biggest Sits fan, hello, thank you for joining. Much love, y'all. I'll get the pauldrons a bit later. That's good for now. Of course, our favorite tool, and I advise if you guys haven't before, check out the nail file. They're pretty cool. They're easy to use, very light, very easy to control. They have a nice scraping edge that it has the right strength to cut through these plastics. It is designed exactly for this kind of stuff, scraping, and then it has the metal file aspect that really hits that plastic really well. It's just a very well designed, time tested, time proven tool that requires very little skill, very cheap. Literally, you can be found anywhere in the world for pennies. And I think people don't realize it has like that metallic cutting edge on it that really hits the plastic really well, and you can really scrape off those mold lines, excess, with much precision, just because how light it is, how small it is, how well it fits in your hand. Yeah, I really advise it if you guys just normal plain old nail file that you can find. You don't need an hobby knife for this. Definitely don't need it. Don't be fooled, you'll see. The scraping edge on this is perfect. You get a very flat edge on one side, and the other side has a perfect super miniature scraping edge. I know you guys have hold one of these in your hands, and really became indispensable for me when building Warhammer. Cheap, easy, effective. What more can you ask? Another chest here. I didn't scrape this very well, but it really doesn't like, it's so small that you can really get in there and really control it and not be touching anything else. You have like the smallest cutting edge, scraping edge. You have file right there that you can like do the surface with it. The scraping really cuts the metal, really goes into the plastic. I really like this tool. How's everybody doing today? Greedy Gamer, what's up? Thanks for joining. Adeptus, what's up? What's up? Hi, everybody. Much love to see you all here. Okay, that was quick and easy. This is already scraped. Perfectiona. Ogrims. Let's see. Who's messaging? Boom. Leg goes in perfectly. How's it going? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining. Much love, y'all. Much love, y'all. While that dries, we'll pop these number 44. What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining. We're building Custodes. We're building finishing up our army. Really appreciate everyone coming hang out. Drop a follow, hit the like, share. I really appreciate it. Let's all support Warhammer. Doing here my guards, starting off easy. Perfect. So doing the spear, I believe. I really like the spear, so we're gonna jump straight into B20. Oh, and here is B19, B21. It's just a hand. This is a B20, 22. Yeah, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 21 is just this tiny little hand. One of the smallest pieces I've seen. That's 22. Yeah, we do need this right here. Oh wow. They need 20 and 19. Okay, here we go. Think first things first. I don't want to lose this piece. So I'm gonna get this hand prepared and glued in place. By the throne. What's up? What's up? Thank you for joining. Appreciate you guys. Look at how small this piece is. I don't know. One of the smallest bits, like just the hand from the arm. But I really like this pose. Okay, that was easy. I just let it dry. Try to slightly adjust. Cool. Okay. Just needs to dry. We can move on to the next bit. So we just need to get this arm into there. I still need to always scrape these mold bits, mold lines, extra bits. Most important thing is making sure everything fits extremely snug, so there's no gaps. The glue really gets in there. Nice surface area. This should be holding it. Okay. Definitely don't want that. Perfect. Damn. Definitely not gonna mess with that a lot. Just leave it as it is, because it's already looking very frail. A very tiny appendage, really thin. Yo, thank you. No activity. Sadly, I don't know what that was. Ah, thanks for the like, Nick Garlor. Welcome to the stream. Much appreciated. Drop the follow. Come hang out. We're building Custodes. We're building the Golden Boys of the Emperor. super exciting stuff. Trying to make sure I don't miss any of these connecting points, because these ones actually usually have several connectors really close. It's actually easy to miss when building, and then, well, see, look at that. Thing is, during painting, these really pop out. So what my advice is, when you're building, make sure to trim all of these excess plastics as much as you can, and then before priming, always try and do another double check, because after priming you definitely don't want to be scraping. You're kind of stuck with what you have. Don't need to overdo it, but you can generally feel you just run your fingers through, you can feel how flat or not it is. Wow, that's a lot. Perfect. Let it dry. Popping ahead. Wow. What was all that? Yo, Piotr. So these are guards. I'm doing kind of more the spear guards now because my other ones are pretty much all of them with shields. So these ones are going to be mostly wardens with the spears, just to get more variety in. I really like this pose. I think it's really cool. You can see. So I think it came out pretty cool. Not perfect, but I really like how he holds the spear behind him. How you doing, mate? Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I actually have here some that I already built and painted before. It was a lot of fun. Now I'm completing. Still have some stuff to do. Get some more fire detailing, like painting more like fire. I like how the skin turned out and those comms. The weapon too. This one has also some very nice, I think, pose. Really like this pose. I'm not very good at getting them to pose properly most of the time, but yeah. I need to paint that Aquila on that one. Need to add some more finishing. I'm gonna do is go one by one, check all the details one day and have all the paints at the same time. So now I'm just gonna get the pauldrons on this one. Which the arm pauldrons are my sworn enemy. I really have a bad time with them. I just don't like how they fit most of the time. I think it's just because I never get it to pose very effectively. So yeah, the poses always make it a bit weirder, but I found that after a while it actually looks cool once you get it on there. The sword I created this kind of green. It's a kind of green and blue that I made myself, and then I did some shading with Null Oil to get into those ridges inside, to bring out the different sections. And I added some shading on the inside to make it darker on here. I still want to add more details. But yeah, just had the black on the gun block and everything. Oh, May 1st, you no school today. Nice. Yeah, always help your mom. Good one, good one. Good to hear it. Always dislike how these pauldrons connect to the sprue. It's always on like the weirdest place to cut this piece, but to be honest, you then don't see it for the most part. It's just on an awkward position to actually scrape off this residue. Not that I would be able to put it on a best position, but it's just one of my least liked pieces, though they look really awesome once you put them on there. I kind of prefer when it connects to this edge, because this edge is much easier to cut than the inside edge, you know. This inside edge is hard to cut due to the shape. It's kind of concave. So you really have a hard time getting into that detail, and it's actually easier to cut into the actual piece then the extra, the mold line itself. All right, let's go. Okay, that one actually came out pretty well. Don't need to scrape a lot. What kind of tool do you like to use? I just love using like this normal nail file because it has like a cutting edge that's really sharp and but really small. It goes like almost to a point. It's really designed for this kind of work. Like it's so detailed, so light. Not to mention you have a literal file on it for when you need. I just been enjoying using like this normal nail file, and this is like cheapest you can get. But the metal and the cutting edge on the inside, like the whole shape of it, just doesn't cover. Like I think it is like designed for this kind of little detailing of the nails. It works for like these tiny details. Works really well. Right, let's get these pauldrons in place. Always do the dry test. Oh, almost messed it up. He was already putting it the wrong way. Perfect. Doesn't need a lot of fidgeting. It really just needs to be placed and it will dry and will never move again. That's it. That's this one finished. All that's left is let it dry. Oh, nice clippers in stick files. Need to check those stick files. Never used stick files. Need to check what it is. I do like this kind of file as well, but I found that it's not necessary. Although if you really wanted to make it ultra smooth, this will literally go several levels. The hardest to softest to like ultra soft like polish, but I find it too much. Yeah, and I do love the look of the Custodes. I mean, come on. How perfect is that? I still need to give it a proper brown on those on that leather. I only washed it. I need to build a proper brown again to give it. I don't mind if it's different tone because leathers will have different tones on them. I just love the golden and black mix on it. And I added some details to the basings, like some plastic bits from other models I had. in the grasses of Terra. And my favorite thing that I learned how to do, now I can't do without, is the marble bases, like just basically the white and then tiny silver details on it. I just love the marble effect. You get these rocks, these different greens. Ooh, some are brighter, some areas of grass are darker. Really like how the tone of the face come out as well. The Reichland flesh tone really works. Yeah, I love these models. The look of the red on the top knots, everything is just so perfect. Okay, next, so here it is. Again, this one is literally, no, it's not this one. But it's similar to this one. I do find it really hard to do these where it's the two arms are holding the weapon. Here. This I find really hard to do, because where he's holding the spear with both arms, and to get it in the right place is such a headache. Honestly, I don't know. Let's see if I find on my pictures. This one with the, has the left foot down. Oh, I built the right foot down. Actually, was my Vexilla. I actually put this one with Vexilla. Yeah, I kind of messed it up. When first time around I didn't do a great job building the models as they should. But that's cool because now they look more original. So, that being said, I think this one, I don't know, I think this sword is very similar. This angle. It's similar, but it's still different. So I'm tempted to do this one. It is quite similar to this one, but I think will still be different. I think the pose is actually quite different because the way that he's tilting. Okay, there it is. This one is gonna be... Honestly, I'm just dreading to do this double arm because it's just, I don't know, this was like the worst time I had doing. So here we go, 25, 26. Yeah, it never like, the angles, it's just like, it's so difficult to get the exact precise angle. It's just, I just dread it. I'd rather not. Rather have it individually. So chest 56 for the front here. This is my fourth one from this pack. And one of the backs, they're all the same. I actually made a post in the community showing some pictures of the ones I already built in Paint, if you want to check it out. So now 25 and 26. There it is. That was the fastest I found it. Sometimes the most difficult part is actually finding the piece that you want in these big groups. And it's only 5. Imagine if it's like... I guess the other ones would be simpler. So, leg 26. While I have this in my hand, might as well cut out the pauldrons already, the leg ones. They're tiny, but it will be alright. 45 and 4, where is? Here. Boink. And boop. Perfect. Put it there so it's not disappearing on me. Here we go. You know the one model with the big axe and the warden? Yeah, the wardens, they can use axe. Yeah. The guards can only use the sword and shield or the spear. Usually spear is more offensive, obviously. It's if you're dealing with hordes, you definitely want the spears. If you're dealing with something more heavy hitting, you get +1 wound with the shield. Which is 25% because then you have 3 wounds and it gives 1 more wound. Have you ever played the game? Do you play a lot? I actually only played 2 games. I know Warhammer for a long time, but I actually only started playing and building an army like a month ago, maybe a bit more. Oh, and also Trajan Valoris, the Captain General, also has the big axe, the Watcher's axe, which is pretty sweet. Oh, I actually have a picture loaded here. Actually, I already kind of improved it since. So this was my very first model that I did, and I did a number of mistakes. Mainly, I overprimed, so I lost a bunch of details there, and it looks really chunky, especially over here, because like this whole area was really overprimed. I put way too much gold. The face, I also messed up with the black over there, but then since I gave it a nice wash of lighter, it became much lighter around the eyes. Other than that, the axe didn't come out too bad. But yeah, I touched it up a bit. So this was the very first one that I did. But yeah, my favorite thing, the marble base. I also messed up here, the marble. The lion also came out nice. I did like a creamy, more like full fur, like creating that orange fluffy while keeping a lot of texture up here through the gold bits. I did not like this. I pretty much covered all this up, repainted it. I did add the gold to the symbol back here, and I'll probably still need to retouch it better, but yeah, I did improve it quite a bit since. But yeah, it was my first model, was this one. I did since had the leather details in the arms, the glove underneath those spikes. Yeah, just since improved it a little bit as I could. But yeah, it didn't start off very strong. It just had too much primer on it. Just messed it. Just messed it up. But live and learn. I now know just a bit of primer goes a long way. You don't need to overdo it at all. You're still gonna paint a lot of it over. Yeah, as long as you get a decent coating, the gold. So I do a coat of black. So that's another problem, because I do black coat and then I do the gold coat on top of the black. So it was just too much. so I don't really need to do a lot. Just slide to hit the black, perfectly dry, hit the gold, grab it onto the black perfectly, and yeah, there you go. Let me put here something playing in the background. I hate this silence. Need to have this. Yes. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, she has a nice background, some wooden underneath. I just have pictures of the models, and I'm ugly, and she's beautiful. So yeah, that's why she has 25 watching. Which, all the more power to our Obby collab. Good one, good one. They looked as if everything was cracked. Sorry, I didn't follow. I didn't get her. I didn't get what you meant by that, mate. Oh, I see. Oh, you mean your models? They got full of dust? That sucks, man. It sounds terrible. Really annoying. And, it's not your fault. It's just adds some personality to it. what's your favorite faction? What kind of Space Marines did you build? I had this idea of when I was looking at the introductory packs and how they have the mixing of Space Marines and not Terminids. That's Eldiver. Ah man, yeah. That's alright, man. They're supposed to be in battle anyway, so there would be dust and there would be weird stuff in the air. Gives it unique texture and personality. Definitely not ideal, I know what you mean. But yeah, I had this idea of making Space Wolves chapter, but that used Tyranids as the wolves. So they had created this psychic link where they control Tyranids as wolves and as mounts and everything. Just because if they want to have Space Marines and Tyranids on the same pack, you might as well use it all on the same army. Oh, what am I doing? I mean, then grab a head since I already put glue on the head. Wait, is this the right one? Doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, but yeah, Dark Angels, that's a good one. That's a good one, man. That's a lot of people's favorites, for sure. To be honest, I don't know the rules, but I know the lion is one of the most revered of all the Primarchs. One of the most legendary. Are you excited about Dawn of War 4? Or to be honest, I'm more excited about Total War Warhammer 40k. That's gonna be absolute bonkers. Bonkers, bonkers, bonkers. Just gonna be insanely cool. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy to think about how they're gonna do the whole total war, whole planets. Gonna be insane, man. Moving from planet to planet with your ships, probably like having ship combat as well. I don't know, I hope so, to be honest. The thing with the factions is with Total War, each DLC you have to pay. So that's the only thing that I don't like. You to really have everything, it's like it's expensive. And you know, if it's just Space Marines, doesn't change too much, even the look. So I don't know, we'll have to see. But yeah, at least like you buy the factions you like. Whatever looks good, whatever skills you feel like would fit you, whatever have like special units. I hope they have Custodes. Me, for example, definitely gonna buy Custodes. $28 and $31. Yeah. Yeah, you can wait for the discounts for sure. Don't need to buy right away. Just let them release, let people test, let them do their updates and hot fixes, whatever they do, because there's always those 100%. They always need to fix. And then when they go on sale, boom, you buy the factions. And if you still haven't finished the ones you have, yeah, I definitely not gonna buy all the factions, but I am looking forward to seeing what they come up with. Whoa, massive piece of plastic on the piece. That was like, when you have to go with the cutter twice, you messed it up. This is supposed to be held like this. Gonna be pointing a little up. It's all about matching the shapes. This is the part I really don't like, because it's really hard to see. It's really hard to know exactly, so you kind of have to just get a feel for what it looks like. If you look at both shapes, they don't really match. Like, it's weird. The shapes don't really match, like the way the corners of it, how round it is on one side or the other. Okay. No worries. Thank you so much for dropping by. Much appreciated. Much love. Have a good time. Enjoy. Catch you later. Stay tuned for more. Okay, that looks cool. 29, 32. And they're rated at 78. The Jewel. Okay, 32. Come on. What? Oh no. Anyway, that's it for the stream. Thanks so much if you joined. Appreciate everyone. See you later. Bye.